All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another quick post-fight discussion video. All right, y'all, I'm back with this one here. I want to talk about this fight. Y'all know I was looking forward to this one from LFA 190 last night. Ashley Yoder versus Gloria DePaula. Look, I like talking all fights. I can watch any fight on any level and just kind of review it and critique it for what those fighters are on that level. So some people I know when they come over here, they're always expecting the big fights, but you know, when I first started the channel, I was always covering fights like this, but it's been a while since I talked about some LFA action. And Ashley Yoder and Gloria DePaula, they brought some action. Well, Ashley Yoder did for real though. Ashley Yoder, she was looking good in this fight. She really came in, improved, and she was on a mission. She was in this fight, and it kind of went the way I felt it was gonna go. I gave y'all my pick on this one. Like I said, I think Ashley Yoder, for the most part, her movement and her ground game would be a problem for Gloria DePaula. When it comes down to it, Gloria DePaula's got the power as a striker, but if she really can't land something hard, then she's in for a long night. And that's how it kind of went in this fight. And that's why I was saying, man, going back to like Ashley Yoder and her last fight in the UFC, it actually wasn't a bad showing against Emily Ducote. It just seemed like she was starting to level up, but right when you seen that improvement, they had let her go. It kind of sucked because at that time, whenever she was in there with Emily Ducote, I was like, all right, I'm seeing a different level of Ashley Yoder, but she comes up short. She doesn't really get a chance to work on it, but she comes over to LFA and you can see it. You can see the improvements. She's been training with JJ Aldridge and Jenna Bishop. So with the combination of, a good striker and a good grappler, like you really see it rubbing off on Ashley Yoder in this fight. I mean, Ashley Yoder, man, like I like the aggression that she was showing in this fight and just how she was mixing it up all together. I mean, right from the jump in the first round, Yoder's movement, it was already a problem. Just the way she was, stepping side to side, using the lateral movement. Like I said, DePaula, she's got power, but she really couldn't land nothing big right away because, Yoder's just rolling with the shots. Every time she does try to land like the right hand, she'll kind of pull back or she'll just step to the side out of range. Ashley Yoder, her feints were better. I thought like, her overall feints from the outside were good because, they were kind of making Gloria DePaula second guess herself. So when Yoder would strike back, she was able to kind of get Gloria DePaula to step back off balance. And that was where Yoder would jump on her. She would jump on her in the clinch, get her in that clinch and land some knees on the cage. So Yoder was mixing it up, outside work, then going into the clinch and landing some effective knees. And then she got a big takedown, a big solid takedown in the first round. And this is where Yoder was in charge, like I thought she would be. Yoder's top control was too much. The transition from mount was nice. And then she was just making her way to Gloria's back and landed some nice ground and pound. She was just out grappling and just working her. You could see that Gloria DePaula's ground game hasn't really improved. They were still working on like that shoot box style and that pressure, since she's partners with Mayra Bueno Silva. That offensive style you can see is still something that she practices. Like you really didn't see like a good solid sprawl in this fight from Gloria DePaula. Her first reaction was just to back into the cage, and against a grappler like Ashley Yoder, that's easy pickings, The second round, to me, Yoder's striking looked better too. It wasn't looking that bad either compared to Gloria DePaula. She used some nice aggression to strike her way in and push her way into a clinch again and just maul DePaula to a point, again, tripping a takedown. Yoder's just good at putting that blanket on Gloria DePaula when she gets into the ground, making it difficult for DePaula to slide up or get up. Like when she tried to exit out from the back of Yoder, Yoder just put her in the half guard and started landing some heavy elbows. DePaula again gave up her back. Yoder just working her, just landing some hard shots. And as it looked like Yoder was going for that rear naked choke, when Gloria DePaula tried to hit her, she went right into an armbar and almost got her out of there. She transitioned to an armbar in like the last 20 seconds or 10 seconds and almost got her. But yeah, Gloria DePaula, she was holding on. She was holding on for dear life, but she survived. The last round, DePaula, she did try to turn it up a little bit. It looked like she was coming in with more of a stalking game plan, landing some body shots, but still looking for that one big shot. And like I said, if Gloria DePaula looks for the big shot, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to work. Like she's going to have to make sure that she lands something heavy, but it wasn't really set up. There were really no jabs from Gloria DePaula in this fight. She just tried to push back, off of one shot in this fight. And at one point, she did get Ashley Yoder to the cage. She got the better. It looked like she was about to get a better of a takedown when she did get Ashley Yoder to the ground. But again, that wasn't smart because Ashley Yoder took over quick. She goes right back to top position in the guard and starts working and just jumps from the top position in guard to side mount. And she's wearing DePaula down, just wearing her down. And Yoder was pretty much doing whatever she wanted in this fight at this point. She went from the side mount to full mount to the back and was just riding DePaula, riding her and landing some heavy shots. And till she wound up right on the back again. And then she locked in this rear naked choke with like 20 seconds left. And somehow DePaula survives this. Somehow Gloria DePaula survived this thing. I mean, she had this thing tight. And I was waiting for Gloria DePaula to either tap or fall asleep. But she made it out, man. She made it out with in 15 seconds left. She just rode it out like a G, man. So I give her credit with that. Like, Gloria DePaula is tough. She is tough. But Ashley Yoder, she was just a dog on her, man. She was doing whatever she wanted. I mean, out grappling, wrestling her, out striking her on the ground, out striking her on the feet, out slicking her. Just, all around good work from Ashley Yoder. So yeah, man, I thought it was a good fight. Like I said, for the level that it was on. Do I think Ashley Yoder is ready to jump back into the UFC? Not yet, of course. I'm judging this off of LFA performance, because I do that. I'm not like some people that, oh, this person ain't no good. No, like Ashley Yoder is good. Like, she made some improvements, she made the improvements, and that's what I'm here to talk about. I thought she looked good. I think she's learning, and the way she's putting it together, she could come back to the UFC at some point. But I think it'll take a couple more fights and maybe a title shot here in LFA to really, really convince me. But as of right now, I think, Ashley Yoder has always been tough and, never been a quitter. I mean, she's never been finished even out of all her losses. So I think, she is a solid fighter with that. But I think she just needs a few more tools. And they're starting to show. They are starting to show. Like I said, do I think she's like this next level threat to jump right back into the UFC? No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just giving credit where credit is due here. As for Gloria DePaula, man, still a lot of work needs to be done. I think everything I've seen from last night's fight are a lot of the reasons why she was cut from the UFC. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done on her side. I believe she was out a while because of shoulder surgery. So hopefully, she can come back from this fight. She's still young. She really needs to work on her takedown defense. And I believe she still needs to work on like her movement as a striker. They look for that pressure style and come forward style and that power, but she really needs to work on, being a little bit lighter on her feet and set up her shots a little bit smarter. All right. So yeah, good fight. Ashley Yoder, she dominated 30-27 clearly. From here, yeah, I like to see her maybe fight for that interim belt against Natasha Kutsitina, I believe. Unless she gets signed to the UFC, then maybe Ashley Yoder can fight for the vacant belt or fight for the strawweight title at some point. But yeah, other than that, I think she needs like another 2 or 3 fights, including a title fight, to prove that, she's ready to get back into the UFC. But yeah, guys, let me know if y'all saw the fight. If not, check it out. It was a good one. Former UFC fighters going at it in LFA. Good action. Make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. Hit that like button. I'm out. Peace.